Many people assume they have to choose between a deep spiritual life and a growing bank account. We treat devotion and ambition as opposing forces. When you view money as inherently corrupt, you subconsciously pull the brakes on your own earning potential. Religious guilt steps in and quietly slows your progress every time a new financial opportunity appears. But if we look at the original design of creation, that tension is missing. Money was designed as a highly practical tool, a mechanism for humans to multiply their resources and supply their daily needs. Until you clear out the belief that wealth and faith are enemies, external strategies like budgeting, investing your capital, or scaling a business will always hit a wall. The internal conflict has to go first. At creation, the very first instruction given to living things was to multiply and increase. This implies productivity is a core design feature of life, locking into place with God's intent. This reflects the scriptural desire for us to prosper. Your measurable financial state mirrors your internal health. Once you see this pattern, from the first command to multiply to the promise that no good thing will be withheld, accepting that you are meant to prosper becomes the essential foundation for everything you build. Once that internal belief is established, the next phase requires stepping into the world and translating that belief into physical action. Immense value is generated when you identify and commit to your specific, divinely ordained assignment. You have a unique capacity, and applying it fully is what creates room for you in the marketplace. But simply identifying your assignment isn't enough to excel at it. You have to discard the idea that your current skill level is permanent and commit to a steady, daily refinement of your craft. This requires entering every new room and every new conversation strictly as a learner. That posture allows you to spot hidden opportunities and resources that everyone else walks right past. You customize your information world, absorbing specialized counsel from books, mentors, and experiences, and filtering this raw data into the engine of your unique assignment. Feeding new inputs into your work forces your output to scale up and multiply. Taking full responsibility for your unique role and deliberately selecting the knowledge you consume creates the primary engine for your personal value creation. Even with the right mindset and sharp skills, financial abundance cannot be built or sustained in a vacuum. This brings us to a crucial risk management tool: the deliberate decision to discern your relationships. You have to honestly audit the people in your immediate circle. You need to identify both their potential to help you grow and the limitations they might place on your progress. Cynical advice causes division and drains your momentum. Building tight, covenanted partnerships creates a protective barrier that actively multiplies your efforts. Carefully selecting who gets access to your time and energy acts as a necessary defense, keeping your daily assignment from sabotage or misalignment. Beyond your personal habits and your chosen friends, there is an overarching structural boundary that governs this entire ecosystem, honoring the scriptural chain of authority. You establish spiritual and financial alignment by submitting to the higher powers and organizational structures already in place. These roles exist to provide order and oversight for your growth. The scriptural warning is specific. When leadership is met with grief rather than cooperation, the result is described as unprofitable. By creating friction with those who oversee the work, you effectively block the very rewards and progress you are trying to achieve. Without a respect for those overarching structures, all of your hard work and relational networking remain fragile and vulnerable to collapse. True wealth is the output of a healthy core mindset, surrounded by daily learning, protected by strong relationships, and held by structural authority. When these four elements align, building prosperity stops being a struggle and becomes a natural, unimpeded current. The ultimate goal here is to capture the output of this system and direct it outward. The resources you generate are meant to fund a much larger, kingdom-focused purpose, rather than just piling up in a personal vault. Stepping into financial prosperity is an intentional, step-by-step decision to align yourself with a divine plan.